we take for granted certain things in football. We take for granted a long snapper who won't sail the ball over the punter's head, and you never see that anymore. And you rarely see a bad snap, a truly bad snap, on a field goal try.
Yeah,
rarely.
It's rare.
If the regular guy's injured, right? You rarely see a bad spot where guys fumbling and mumbling and the ball around.
Yeah, we had the Bengals game this year, right, against the Steelers. Hurt their snapper. That's the only game the whole year we've had any issues there.
But we've had 2 primetime games in Week 6 decided by the inability of the punt returner to catch the ball. Now, last night, it's a little bit harder when someone is being blocked into you while you're trying to catch the ball. But still, that should be as automatic. That function, it's so important to secure possession of the ball. That should be as automatic as the long snap. Should it not? Or is it just that difficult with the ball up there and guys running at you? Yeah. And if that's the case, let the damn thing hit the ground.
Yeah, well,
if you have any doubt whatsoever with the game on the line, when especially, and we talk about analytics, well, it would seem to me that there are certain occasions where the analytics would suggest stay the hell away from it, because in a game where it's punt, 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 punt in overtime, you don't want to give the other team that advantage. And I wish I had tweeted this before it happened, because I did have the thought, I really did, as they're punting back and forth in overtime, you know what? Somebody's just going to muff one of these, and that's going to be the game. They're just going to keep punting until somebody muffs, and somebody's going to get a short field goal, and that's going to be it, because the offenses went into a shell in overtime.
Yeah, well, it was a shell for really majority of the football game. I mean, even when they were.
Why isn't there more emphasis put on? And maybe it's just a rare skill.
I think it is a little bit of a rare skill.
Ball's coming down, guys all around you, and to not mess it up in that moment.
It is a rare skill. That's where I would like just when I would say, hey, it's not the same as snapping or field goal snapping or punting, or anything like that. It's a little more pressure packed, in my opinion. Again, it's practiced. To exhausting matter, exhausting. You did take a ton of reps. I can't speak today, whatever I'm trying to spit out there. But it's every day before practice. It's after practice. It's, get out there way before the game. Get out there again in full pads way before everybody's out there for the game to catch it again. It's just, Mike, imagine it. Again, it's usually a crazy dude or a really sick athlete that is doing that job to where, wait, he can look up, look down, look up, look down. He wants to return it, and that's crazy in itself. He wants to go, wait, I don't really want to fair catch this. I want to catch it. Wait, how much room do I got? How much room do I got? I can catch it. I can run. Okay. And then you play into the fact of, hey, yeah, you're moving, you're running, the ball spinning a weird way off of different punters, feet and how they punt the ball. And then you add in lights and sun and some elements there. It's one of the tougher ones for sure.
But they simulate everything else in practice. Yeah. I don't know what it would take. Like, having rabid dogs running at the guy in practice, having rattlesnakes on the ground. I mean, what you would think they would come up with a way to approximate the psychological
pressure
stress
and all that
arises in that moment, so you never see that. And I don't know. I assume there's guys out there that are so sure-handed we just don't notice it. That's the thing. You don't notice it until it happens, until it bounces off the face of Velus Jones, the Bears punt returner, who may not be the Bears punt returner after what we saw on Thursday night. But 2 boring primetime games decided by a muffed punt and the field position that goes along with it. Now, there was a throw from Justin Herbert to Mike Williams that got the ball into closer range for Dustin Hopkins, because that adds to the drama when the kicker is injured and his leg was
a hamstring issue
all night. The hamstring that happened when he made his first field goal of the night. And he kept kicking through it and collapsing to the ground after his kicks. He was reliable, but a 39-yard field goal, which is the exact distance to the one that Gary Anderson once missed in the 1998 NFC Championship game that would have put the Vikings up by 10, but I digress. But 39, anytime there's a 39-yard field goal, folks, I think of that 24 years later. But that's an automatic field goal. in today's NFL, but it's not automatic when the kicker's got a bad leg. So there was some drama there, and I'm thinking he's going to miss this damn thing, and this game is going to be tied.
Yeah,
we'll
right.
Sat here
it had that
70
feel.
minutes of football,
right,
and we're going to have a tie.
Yep, it had that feel. It seemed like a game that nobody really wanted to win. There was no offensive imagination at all. Again, I know the Chargers are 4-2, but I don't sit here and go, oh, wow, man, are they fun to watch? And, ooh, wow. I mean, I've gone downhill ever since they've lost their game to the Chiefs. I mean, that was the high point of the year for me for the Chargers getting into it. When they lost to the Chiefs, I went, oh, they look good tonight. They look like they legit have a Super Bowl caliber type of football team. I think they've looked worse every week since. I mean, really. It's again.
What do you think it is?
Well,
what is it? What are you seeing?
One, the defense is not special, right? We know that last night. I mean, that offense is nothing to write home about. They're not going to be compared to the greatest show on turf anytime soon. That's for sure. I mean, we'll unpack them in a minute, but they're embarrassing almost on that side of the ball, the Broncos. And then the Chargers defensively, yeah, okay, solid night. But again, I'm not going to put it in high regard against that group. They're not a great run-stopping team, which is another thing where it was weird with the Broncos last night. They didn't run the football, but then the passing offense. I mean, to me, Mike, they're doing a disservice. They're dropping the ball here with how they play football with Justin Herbert. He's the machine, right? And we talk about it all the time when he's in the pocket, and it's just like he was last night. But can we throw a freaking ball past 5 yards? I mean, really? We're going to have one of the greatest arms in the history of the sport. One of the greatest arms in the league right now, not named Mahomes or Allen. Justin Herbert's in that conversation. You would agree. He might be there with them when the pocket's clean and all that. And all they do is throw 7- and 8-yard passes. They do nothing ever in any game, really, to push the ball down the field, other than he might throw a back shoulder to Mike Williams 20 yards down the field while he's covered. And holy cow, is it frustrating to watch. And it's got an offense that's got all the answers, but no pressure or pizzazz or anything that makes you think there's something elite about it that's going to get them over the hump to get them where they want to go. What's your thought, Mike?
There wasn't it.
Yeah.
Well, they made the point anytime they did throw to Mike Williams, which was rare, like why aren't they throwing to Mike Williams more often? Keenan Allen's been injured. I can't imagine they miss him that much that it dramatically transforms the offense into what we've seen. But you're right, Justin Herbert last night, 57 passes, the most passes ever thrown in a game without a touchdown pass being thrown. And
for 238 yards. For 238 yards it's almost hard to do. Right? I mean, I can't even believe it. This day and age in the NFL, 57 times for 238.
4.17 yards per attempt. That is pathetic.
Pathetic.
4.17, 1.21 gigawatts. And, I mean, you have to give the defense credit.
Yeah.
Because at some point, I mean, we see bad offense and we just think the offense sucks. At some point, the defense is good. And that's the problem. The Broncos' defense doesn't deserve what it's getting offensively.
Right.
This team
could
be undefeated if it was all those Broncos fans were all razzed up going into the season, justifiably so. New quarterback, new coach, new owner, new everything. They've suffered through crap since they won Super Bowl 50, haven't been to the playoffs, multiple losing seasons, no good quarterbacks, and everybody's excited. Well, the defense is great, and E.J. Everett probably won't be there next year. That's how great the defense is because he'll be a head coach somewhere else. That's how great the defense is. And you saw before overtime, Justin Simmons, who was activated from injured reserve or PUP and back on the team and getting the guys fired up. I mean, the defense held its end of the bargain. Can you imagine how the defensive players felt last night in the locker room when they did everything they could to win that game? And, the guy muffs the damn punt at a time when we're winning the field position battle and we have the Chargers on the ropes and maybe we can get Brandon McManus out there for a 60-yard field goal to win it.
Right.
And we can't get the game done when we've done everything in our power to win it. That has to be so frustrating, and at some point it's going to create a fracture in the locker room.
Well, yeah, it's not there yet, but you're right. I'm sure they are frustrated. They're one of the best defenses in football. I mean, plain and simple. You can see they can rush the passer. Patrick Surtain is in the conversation for the best corner in the game. Justin Simmons is special. We got guys across the board that are special in their secondary. I mean, it's a top-tier defense. We've seen them make life hard on everybody, and I'm sure they're not at that point yet, but that's what was frustrating for all of us last night. There was 2 great quarterbacks on the football field, and, one didn't play bad, but it was just, oh, okay, 5 yards, 4 yards. Whoa, he jammed it in there for 3 yards, which I don't know if they could have done a whole lot more than that. So that's where I don't want to be like, it's boring, but I'm not going to be too critical. But it's hard not to be critical of the Broncos and Russell Wilson. It is. It's across the board. I mean, it's across the board. And, 10 for 10 start. Hey, great. Okay, yes, it was a 10 for 10 start. But even that, Mike, I mean, that didn't make me feel good, the 10 for 10 start. The 10 for 10 start was 3 plays where he broke the pocket. Again, it had nothing to do with the offense. It was just, wait, nobody's there. I'm not going to read. I'm not going to throw to the open guy. Let me escape. And, okay, I do have a talented arm, and I made a throw. And, they busted a coverage here. But you can really boil it down to this. I mean, this was the second of big throws in the first half for the Broncos. They had one on the first drive that set them up for the field goal. Then they have this and the play after right here. And good night, everybody. Just believe us, they didn't do anything else after this for the rest of the freaking night.
It is amazing that the offense just went away after that
gosh.
10 for 10 start. 5 for 18 the rest of the game. Horrific on third down. Mr. Limited, well done on that. I'm sorry, Russ, but hey, look, he's getting well paid to take the abuse.
Yeah, he's got
Melvin Gordon got benched. He had 3 carries for 8 yards in the first quarter. He was done after that, and Peter King has been openly advocating. Well, Peter King, one of the nicest, most level-headed, even-keeled guys in all of media, has been openly saying, put Melvin Gordon's ass on the bench, and they finally did without him fumbling. And, that would have been a night for him to really come out and play
That's
hard.
where I was shocked.
Former team,
Right.
What are you doing? Give the guy a chance. Latavius Murray stepped up. He's fairly new to the team. Mike Boone, another guy with Vikings connections, and George Payton back to Minnesota along with Murray. But Gordon, Cam Akers is available on trade. Melvin Gordon may be available on trade. Maybe the LA or the Broncos and the LA Rams can just do a swap of Cam Akers and Melvin Gordon.
Well, what happened? Like that's where we never really got to the bottom of it. You saw him in there, and it's like there was some sort of disagreement or argument on the sideline that we weren't aware of because it was.
He said no one told him. No one told him why he was benched.
It was very
I felt like
clear.
it could have made a difference.
I do.
No one told me why.
That was weird about it. And again, we're talking about a team that is, bad run defense. It's one of the poor run defenses in football for the second year in a row. And I was there early on going, wait, are we serious here? Denver, are we going to throw 1-yard passes to the sidelines and not run the ball against the Chargers and test that out? And then he hits the 2 or 3 plays and you go, oh, okay, well, maybe they got something tonight. I don't know. But then they never really got into it that way. But, yeah, you would think that last night would have been a night where they could have cashed in on that. Certainly cashed in on it as the game went along better than what they did and what they were trying to do.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.